Hey everyone, I'm Lana Sackwild. I'm coming to you live from Colorado. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Say hi when you can hear me. Give me a hashtag live if you're watching me live, or a hashtag replay if you're watching this on repeat. Me and my husband actually just signed a lease to a brand new place. So guess where we're moving to? I will give you a hint. It is out of state. We're leaving Colorado after being here for about 4 years. And your second clue is I will probably have to buy myself some cowboy boots. So while you have a guess, let me jump right into today's topic. It goes hand in hand with my move, really, because it reminds me of just how far I've come and how much has changed since I first got here. Have any of y'all ever lived in a place where you move from there and you're like, how did I even make it through that? How did I even survive there? I've been thinking about the place that we lived when we first moved here to Colorado. We were both students. I was working like 7 different part-time jobs. You could find me cleaning restaurant floors at 1 a.m, mopping yoga studios midweek. I was hustling online. I was doing marketing and events and all that stuff for other companies. And alongside that, I was trying to complete my master's thesis on the healing and transformative potential of lucid dreaming for treating clinical depression, which, side note, is now, if you haven't read it, published as the first scientific paper in the world on this topic, which I won an award for. But whilst all this was going on, I was living in an apartment that me and my husband had nicknamed North Korea because it was just so run down. I was in such a different space. And when we were packing up to leave that space, I actually felt like sick. I think I'd blocked out a lot of the conditions that we were living out of, but just the smell, there was no windows, there was so much dust. No matter how much you cleaned, it was just constantly dirty. So it's crazy to see, for me, the place that we're able to move into now just 2 years down the line from there. I now truly understand what people mean by quantum leaping. Where are my quantum leapers at? I know some of you guys are in here. Drop me a 1111 in the comments if you've had your own quantum leaping experience, or if you've had that experience of changing timelines, that kind of fast manifestation process, if that's worked for you at some time in your life. Or maybe you're someone who's on that other path or stuck on that first path at the moment, the path that I was on myself before this huge leap, where you're getting the glimpses of expansion, abundance, big dreams, lucid visions, alternate timelines that you're stepping into. But maybe you're in that space where sometimes you just kind of like tell yourself to brush that off a bit, that it's kind of too crazy, too out there, too big, too wild, like, yeah, that would be amazing kind of thing, but that's not gonna happen to like me, you know? If you think that kind of concept is just wild, insane, out there, woo-woo, then let me tell you, firstly, you're not alone at all. Whenever I was about to get to that next level expansion, I had that exact same experience. I felt kind of wild. I thought like, this is a little bit insane. Sometimes I would genuinely feel sick, honestly. Like, why am I even putting these thoughts, dreams, wild aspirations in my own head? But when you're dreaming big for yourself, when you're about to consciously bring something so potent, so valuable into creation, of course, there are going to be negative forces at play that try and stop you from doing that. So the key is to remember, firstly, that this battle is already won. Those forces, the negative thoughts, the fears, the self-sabotage, the anxieties, all of those things don't actually stand in truth. They have nothing on you compared to the forces that are working for your benefit, for you, the forces that are behind you. I've mentioned this before, and if you've worked with me in any capacity, you'll hear me say a million times over that champions don't not have fear. They have fear, but they move forward in faith anyway. So when I'm dreaming something new into creation, it doesn't mean that it's not scary for me. It's scary, but rather than showering myself in the scary thoughts that go alongside that emotion of fear, I shower myself in the courageous thoughts. Like, it's scary, but it's exciting. This is going to be impactful. This is going to benefit so many people. This is going to be life-changing for me. It's going to be life-changing for you, for other people, transformative. This is all part of God's will. Like, whatever I need to say myself to do that, opposite kind of empowered shower. That's a cool word, actually, empowered shower. Whenever you decide to dream bigger, there are going to be changes, and you're absolutely going to need to have lucidity and clarity as your wingmen to come alongside you during those moments. The affirmations, the meditations, the celebrations that are going to allow you to embrace that kind of crazy, wild dreamer that you've honestly always been destined to be. It's natural for it to feel weird. It's natural for it to feel crazy, out there, wild. Like, you might even feel some of those really yucky things, like, am I just being too greedy? Do I want too much? Am I asking too much? You're going to question things like that during this process because, honestly, because you've been programmed to at the basic level. Do you think that the big fat corporations that can have you working and celebrating, making 20 or 30 bucks an hour want you to know that you could live the life of your dreams making like 20 to 30K weeks? No. And that's what I made last week. 2 years ago, I thought I would be lucky to make 20 to 30K in a year, right? And this is why you'll hear me go on and on and on about lucid living practices in tandem with lucid dreaming. Because it's amazing if you can experience a glimpse of that ideal life or the ideal day in your lucid dream space, right? You get a taste of what it feels like to be financially free, what it feels like to be with the love of your life, with maybe like the body of your dreams, all the things. But if you're then waking up from that lucid dream to a totally separate reality where you feel stuck, where you feel held back, where you're like, man, I wish I didn't wake up from that dream, like that was good, and you feel boxed in, that ain't it either, honestly. It's about both and. It's about the integration of lucid dreaming into the waking state to live lucidly, to create that cycle where you're leveling up whilst you sleep and you're manifesting like crazy whilst you're awake. Is this making sense? Turning the wild, which is kind of literally what WILD, W-I-L-D, stands for in the lucid dreaming community: awake initiated lucid dream, a dream turned into waking reality. So share with me in the comments, what's one area of your life that you would genuinely like to experience expansion with? Because I want to do a little bit of an exercise together. Anything that you're like, this is something that I have a bigger goal for, that I can see the next level of. It might be connected to your health, to your wealth, to your relationships, maybe your lucid dreaming practice, your happiness, your business. It can be absolutely anything. Just pick one thing that you have bigger dreams, bigger goals, bigger aspirations in connection to, and share it with me in the chat. I want you just to take a moment with me here when you've decided on that thing, and just breathe in and breathe out. Just ask yourself, is there anything I need to release, or a limiting belief that I need to let go of in order to move the needle forward with this? Just take a couple more breaths and just listen to what comes up for you. If you received a response, type me if you're open to sharing. You know, I'm all about keeping it simple, right? So if you didn't get an immediate response, or if you still don't have total clarity, that's okay. But do this in your next lucid dream as well. Get lucid. Even better, use that kind of fear, the anxiety, the stress, or whatever kind of negative self-sabotaging emotions that you sometimes experience alongside this as a lucidity trigger for yourself. And then speak it out into your lucid dream space. Show me anything and everything I need to release. Show me a limiting belief that I need to let go of in order to move the needle forward with this. And just see what happens for you. I've done this so many times, and it's a real surprise every single time. This is why I always say that lucid dreams are a co-creation, because you're not always receiving in them in accordance to like what you want to hear, or what you think you're going to hear, or what you expect to receive or expect to see. But you do get what you need. So get on board with your wild dream seeds this week with moving towards your destiny. You're taking not just yourself, right, but everyone in connection to you to the promised land. I mean, you have the creator of the entire universe working for you. So you seriously have already everything you could ever need right now. And the reason why I'm so confident in saying this, in sharing this with you, is because I'm living it. I'm living and breathing proof that it works. These are some of the steps that I've taken myself to personally just move the needle a tiny bit forward with some of my wildest, out there, crazy, make you feel a little bit sick kind of dreams and desires. And it works. I did the work, and my life is forever changed. And you can do it too, seriously. So if you're feeling wild, if you're feeling insane, if you're like on that verge, crazy, what am I doing? Who do I think I am? Who am I to have these kind of big dreams, aspirations? I'm here to tell you you're on the right track. This is a normal part of it. You're about to tip over that edge into expansion, into bigger dreams, into a brighter reality. When you want to continue to take what we call inspired action, then you will continue to see bigger results and you will continue to bring your bigger dreams to life. It only gets clearer and you get the confidence to do it with just more and more clarity, trusting that you've done it before, moving through the fear with faith. And there's gonna be that fear initially, right? But that's okay. Just be okay with it. Take it one step at a time and one day at a time, because let me tell you, as you expand, especially if you're using lucid dreaming and lucid living practices, it's gonna be at that accelerated rate. And so you absolutely will rise forward faster, quicker, with more ease than you expect. So the thoughts that you're having right now, some of the limiting beliefs and the questions that arise, they're not actually fast enough to catch up to the action and the implementation and the manifestation practices. What I mean by this is let go of some of the questions about the how you're going to do it, the how it's going to work, how it's going to get into creation, how you're going to have the money, all of that stuff, because you just need to focus on the first initial step, grow the dream, and let the next steps naturally arise. I'll tell you this, my steps like 5 and 6, right, have never ever been what I initially visualized them to be, because by the time you get to step 5 to step 6 in that manifesting the dream process, you're already operating on a higher level. This is higher level, kind of higher consciousness energetics is what we call it in the lucid dreaming community or lucid living community, HCE. If you took the Living to Succeed 90-minute masterclass, we worked on this. There will be other ways, there's going to be other answers to the how with the future vision that you already have the answer to in that space. So let that higher self, whatever you want to call it, version of you answer those. You don't need to answer those questions right now. Just focus on the next best move to make today. Make today 1% better than yesterday. Move yourself 1% closer to your dream tomorrow. Stick the new thoughts, the affirmations, the meditations, the words of clarity, words of empowerment on your bathroom mirror. Stick them on your refrigerator door. Read them every single time you go into the kitchen and make yourself a cup of tea in the morning. Read them when you brush your teeth at night. That rewiring, it starts now. It starts today. Post one of your affirmations or your thoughts here with me in the comments. I want to see what is it that you're rewiring for yourself this week. And maybe pick a few words to work on directly for yourself in this next session too. Okay. Me and dreams, me and lucid dreaming, we have a flow with lucidity. We work in tandem during the day and during the night. So I work on these things, I experiment with them, and then I'm here to just share those golden nuggets, some of these things that worked for me with you so that you guys can have access to this too. And I truly believe that when we have a dream planted in our heart, no matter how wild it might feel at first, it's that kind of divine intervention that it comes through to you specifically, that you have become a vessel for that dream. And they don't go away. You know that, right? It doesn't matter how many years you do something else, how much you preoccupy yourself with other things, it's going to be there. So let it grow, water it. But yeah, If any of you are curious about how to do this process inside the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab, which is my online group coaching program, and it walks you through lucid dreaming and lucid living mastery, starting you right from ground zero so that you can get that clear path to just nurturing your wildest dreams in the right way and receive that guidance on how to turn those into a reality, then book a time to just speak with me this week. I think we have 2 or 3 more spots open tomorrow. Actually, I think tomorrow's full, but on Friday maybe. And you can find my calendar on my profile, or just type calendar in the chat. And my conscious community coordinator, Jackie, will reach out. She will get it to you. We're starting a brand new round of the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab. August is your last chance to get in on the summer enrollment before we increase the price by $1,000. We're making these increases because we're experiencing insane results. You'll be able to see in some of my upcoming testimonials with students, like Ivan, who he retired his mom. He built an 8-figure dream to life. He bought his dream home, his dream car. Miriam, who quit her 9-to-5 to pursue her music and illustration career full-time, and so many more of our lucid entrepreneurs who are just thriving and dreaming bigger and bigger than ever before. So I, of course, intend to keep dreaming bigger and bigger as well. So that means that the lab is constantly being updated. It's constantly being improved. Once you're inside, you receive all those updates for life at no additional cost. So if you want to join us, if you're thinking about it and you're like, yeah, I'd love to save $1,000 on that, comment calendar below or DM me the word calendar, and let's just connect and find out if you have what it takes to be our next Lucid Entrepreneur Lab family member. All right. Massive love to you guys. Remember, you can do this. I am cheering for you. I want to celebrate you. I want you to have all the success in the world, help yourself rise up, and bring so many more people with you too. So send me a message on Instagram, on Facebook. You can laugh at me being a millennial on TikTok. All of them under my name at Lana Sackwild. Everything is working out for you. All the forces of good, your highest good, are behind you. Continue to integrate, continue to take inspired action, get lucid, live lucid. Got it? Okay. See you the same time next week. Love you.
It's life-changing, both personally and professionally.
The process of really stepping into the next level of my entrepreneurship in ways that I hadn't even realized I was blocked, because the dream world reveals to you not only what's possible, but also what maybe is hidden.
But I've learned so much about how lucid dreams can benefit my future and my business, and it's been such an exciting adventure already, and I cannot wait to continue on.
I love the way she structured the course and how it's so clear and kind of step by step. So for a complete novice like me, who only really had a very vague idea of what lucid dreaming actually was, it felt really accessible.
I feel more focused on exactly where I want to go, and I am so grateful to be part of this course. It will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will give you tools you never knew you wanted. Like, it's seriously amazing.
But I have to say that Lana is an amazing teacher of the class, and I would suggest anybody taking it. It's definitely scholarly, like college level kind of course, and it's an 8-week program. So check it out.
Even if simply on a one-on-one basis and her dream coaching, I think that's extremely valuable.
If you are on the fence, if you are thinking about getting into your dream life, I suggest getting lucid with Lana.